Alright, first up, we got the Appalachian Snake Church. And you're never gonna guess what reptile they're obsessed with. Snakes. It's snakes. This church started in the early 1900s, founded by George Went Hensley, who died of old age in 1955. I'm just kidding, he died to a rattlesnake bite. Who would have guessed, right? Absolute shocker. The church figured that handling the snakes with the strongest venom shows the strongest faith. And sure, many people are happy to express their faith through songs or some community help, but the Appalachian Snake Church took a different approach. The concept was straightforward, but kinda crazy. If your belief was strong enough, dealing with snakes wouldn't lead to, the emergency room. Followers just thought that if they were bitten, their faith would keep them safe from danger. And let's just say they put this belief to the test. Many times. Well, the problem was that sometimes the snakes didn't get the message. Bites happened very often, and while some were seen as just part of the experience, others turned out to be very deadly. Emphasis on the dead. Lee. This group's special way of showing their devotion brought them fame. They were in some documentaries and stuff. Look, if my pastor's wrangling a frickin' python, you better believe I'm gonna listen like a good child. The Raelian movement. Alright, for this next one, you really gotta hear what they believed in first to get the full experience. So, for your information, 25,000 years ago, an alien race called the Elohim arrived. I have no idea what they're supposed to look like, so we're just gonna use this dude to represent them. So, 25,000 years ago, the Elohim arrived, and bam, they made life. Actually, they didn't just create it, that'd be crazy. They used laboratories. And then bam, they created life. And then I guess they left for 25,000 years for some reason, until this guy was born. Claude Vorilhon, the founder of the Raelian movement. Yep, this whole story has been according to him. He's the leader of the cult and the provider of all of our information. Why? And why does he get this role? Because, again, according to him, the Elohim came back after that 25,000 year gap and decided to make this man our prophet. His goal was apparently to warn humanity that we're in our age of apocalypse after the bomb dropped in Hiroshima. We had to either choose to destroy ourselves or to live peacefully. And I guess thank the Elohim for Claude, because he must have been the one that stopped us from blowing ourselves up. Now, I know what you're thinking. Please tell me he wrote a book. And dear viewer, you are in good fortune, because of course he did. He first wrote one called The Book Which Tells the Truth, followed shortly by Extraterrestrials Took Me to Their Planet. In it, he described being taken to their planet. No way. And while he was there, he learned about their society, where only the most smartest people were chosen to be the leaders. So, how do you join? First up, you gotta get baptized. The process is called transmission, or the cellular plan if you're weird. So, first up, you gotta get a priest. Then it's gotta be on a specific date, like the date that the A-bomb dropped, or like the day that Claude met Jesus, Muhammad, and Buddha on the Raelian spaceship. Special dates like that. And no, I won't be elaborating on the spaceship thing. From there, someone will sprinkle a few drops of water on your forehead. Then everyone joins hands in a circle around you. And, obviously, that sends your genetic code over to the Elohim, who will now make you immortal and stuff. The only catch is that you have to donate 10% of your income to Claude, so he can build a church or something. But that's small potatoes compared to immortality, right? The Church of Euthanasia. Many people believe that saving the environment is about recycling and using reusable bags. Many people are incorrect. The Church of Euthanasia is ready to take things much further. Established in 1992, this church supports population control by promoting voluntary death. Their motto, protect the earth, end your life. Subtle, isn't it? The Church of Euthanasia was started by Reverend Chris Corda, who viewed humanity as a problem for the planet, and figured that reducing the number of people was the only way to help save the earth. They told people to just stop having kids and overall to not contribute to the issue of overpopulation. The group also provided a list of useful suggestions, which included supporting safe methods of euthanasia. Safe methods of euthanasia. Yup, because nothing represents caring for the environment like encouraging people to lower their carbon footprint for good. And naturally, the church's method hasn't really gained traction, maybe because people see their approach as a bit too extreme. But hey, at least they stick to their theme of extreme sustainability, even if it's like the most serious take on it. Alright, boom. Marshall Applewhite, founder of Heaven's Gate. This was a cult that had some interesting beliefs. Their main thing was being fully convinced that the aliens were coming to save them. Forget Instagram fame or moving up in your job. These people chose to focus on what they really wanted in life. Catching a ride in a spaceship that's supposedly hiding behind the Halley-Bopp comet. Yup, screw Elon Musk, these guys are clearly much more qualified to lead the charge with space travel. Marshall Applewhite, a man who could be considered one of the strangest space enthusiasts on Earth, joined forces with Bonnie Nettles in the 1970s to create Heaven's Gate. Applewhite wasn't just any ordinary space fan. He saw himself as a messenger with, let's say, divine insight, responsible for guiding his followers to the next level. Members thought that they had to let go of their earthly containers to level up. Every cult really tries their hardest to turn it into a video game, don't they? The concept was simple. The only way to board the spacecraft was through a well-planned, organized, mass exit from life. In March 1997, as the Hale-Bopp comet got closer, Applewhite and his 38 devoted followers moved into their California mansion for, the weirdest ceremony they could have held. They had on matching tracksuits and black Nikes. If you're leaving Earth, might as well look fresh. They took some turns eating some poison pudding and then all stopped living. The media went crazy, but